Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another Stryd workout of the week. As always, my name is Evan, and today we're going to be building the latest Stryd workout of the week and talking about last week's winners for the weekly workout of the week contest. Stick around. We'll be building this week's edition. We have actually two a little bit shorter workouts for you, so a little bit of a change. As always, you can send any questions or comments if you're following on YouTube Live. Producer Kaylee will send them my way to answer at the end. And if you're watching or listening after the fact, thanks so much for tuning in. The Workout Library is a release that came out with our Stryd membership where you can save your favorites and find new workouts for any power-based workouts. You can access it from the Stryd mobile app. You can go down to the bottom shelf, press the library icon if you're part of the Stryd membership, and access the Workout Builder and Workout Library. One of these specific workout libraries is a pre-seeded Stryd collection called the Workout of the Week, and that's what we do here each Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. We build a new workout for you live, and you can have access to that immediately as it is built. So really, really fun interactive experience, and we're really excited to talk about this week's workout after we talk about last week's winners. So last week, we did Tim's Mile Down, and that was a 1,600, a 1,200, a 1 kilometer, 800, 600, 400, 200, with a half distance jog in between. We also had a time-based version, and last week's winners were Lefterio Blanca and Jenny Mendez 79. We'll be reaching out to both of you since you won. So thanks so much, everybody, for taking part, and we're super excited to keep talking about these brand new workouts that we keep releasing. Let's talk about new workouts. So first, Matt's alternating 3-minute or 800s has moved to time and distance-based workouts respectively. And we have a couple new workouts added to some more collections this week. In the tune-up workouts collection, you can find a 10K tune-up of a 3 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 1 kilometer kind of progression workout where the intensity gets a little bit higher as the duration shortens. We also have a 10K tune-up workout, a 6 times 1 kilometer, around about your 10K power goal. We also have a new basic workout. This is the warm-up, and we have two different versions, a warm-up based on distance, a warm-up based on time. They'll follow a same general sort of guideline where we have about a 10-minute or mile-and-a-half easy jog, and then a 3-minute or 800-meter section at 98 to 102% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power, a recovery portion, and then 4 strides, either 100 meters on, 100 meters off, or a 20-second on, 40-second off, and then an easy recovery. And the idea here for these basic workouts is something that you can add before a workout or a race where you can have a good sort of high-intensity quality warm up, and we're super excited to have those as part of the new basic workouts pack. Now let's talk about the new workout of the week. This will be Nicole's time crunch. So I'm going to switch gears here and share my other screen, and we're going to build this live for you. So this first workout here is going to be like I mentioned, we have two different versions. We're going to have two shorter workouts. This comes from Stryd Team member Nicole. Nicole works on our web team, so we're super excited to have her suggestions and her workouts here today. So the first one, we are going to call it Nicole's lunch break run. So this is a fun sort of workout that a lot of people should be able to identify with if you're trying to squeeze in a little bit more time efficient workout. This is one that we're super excited to be able to include. This is going to be, the type is going to be an interval workout, and we're going to do it based on time. We can add in a short distance version later, but the main idea is that this is a time efficient workout, and we're able to sort of fit everything within 30 minutes here. So we'll start with a warm-up portion. This is going to scale down from 20 minutes all the way down to 4 minutes. For this easy warm-up, we're going to keep that between 70 to 80% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. Then we're going to add a active section. This is going to be another 4-minute section, but it's basically going to be a progressive warm-up. So instead of keeping it at the default 100 to 110%, we're going to have a 4-minute section at 80 to 85% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power there. So that completes the warm-up. Then we're going to do a couple different sets of a little bit higher intensity. And so we're going to add this 2-step repeat into here. And so we're going to alternate 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, but that off is going to kind of be a float. So a float we've talked about in a couple different workouts in the past, but a float is basically a recovery portion or that not high intensity, but it's not a super easy effort necessarily. So let's just start building it, and I'll kind of talk as we get through it here too. So we'll start out with a 2-minute section at 90 to 95% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. And this is going to be the first of sort of 3 progressions that we have. So we'll have a 2 minutes at 90 to 95%, and the recovery is going to be 2 minutes at 80 to 85%. There's no exact percentage of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power that we'd kind of determine as a float as of right now, but you can, again, think of it as a little bit more higher intensity, more moderate. So anything in that kind of zone 2, 80 to 90% could be deemed as a float. It just kind of depends on the structure of the workout overall. So the thing that I really, really like about the workout builder is instead of having to build this 2-step repeat over again, we can just press the copy button up here. It'll directly copy it. And the only thing we're going to change now is we're going to change this higher intensity section to 95 to 100% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. And we're going to leave the recovery portion the exact same. Then we're going to make a copy of that to add the third 2-minute section in there. We're going to change it to 100 to 105% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. Collapse that there, give a 2-minute recovery, and then we're going to add a cooldown. And the cooldown is going to be a 10-minute cooldown. So we get all that bulk of the intensity and the workout out of the way. And if we scroll up here, we see exactly on the dot, this is a 30-minute workout where we can squeeze in a great lunch break, a little bit high intensity, kind of short warm up, gradual progressive warm up, and then 3 quick 2-minute repeats building from 90 to 95%, 95 to 100%, and then 100 to 105% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power with a nice 10-minute cooldown section there as well. So we can save it, and it will appear in the Stryd workout of the week. Now let's add the second version here. So we are going to add another workout here, and this is going to be Nicole's Time Crunch workout is the name of this one, Nicole's Time Crunch. And we are going to call this a kind of a progression run. I would say it progresses over the course of the workout, and we'll be able to kind of see that. It is not necessarily the exact same as the avalanche fartlek or the snowball fartlek, where things get really, really intense all of a sudden after slowly building up. It's a little bit longer, drawn out, and then a very quick sort of inflection at the end. So the warm-up we are going to add here for Nicole's Time Crunch is a 10-minute warm-up, and that's going to be between 70 to 80% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. Then we're going to add an active section. This defaults to 10 minutes automatically. We're going to keep that there for the duration, and we are going to change the intensity to 80 to 85% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. So this is kind of the same idea as the workout before, where we had that warm-up section, but now we are increasing the intensity just a little bit. So we're doing a 20-minute overall warm-up before we get into a little bit higher intensity, but we split that warm-up into 2 sort of progressive intensities there as well. So I'm going to collapse that, and we're going to make a copy of this because we have another 10-minute section. And this is going to be a 85 to 90% of your auto-calculated critical power as the next 10-minute section. So we have a 10-minute warm-up, 10-minute at 80 to 85%, 10 minutes at 85 to 90%, and then we will do 3 1-minute sections, 3 1-minute active sections here. So we'll add another active block there. We are going to change this down to 1 minute, and we're going to change the intensity to 95 to 100% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. There's an interesting sort of idea here, as I save this step, interesting sort of idea that we want to give you a little bit of a range here. So you can see that the 95 to 100% for this first 1 minute section before we do the next 2 1-minute sections, we keep it pretty open because the idea here is to give you something that if you feel like you're kind of crunched for time, that you can fit in and you can feel like you get a really, really good power-based workout in. We don't have to worry about the specifics of being, really, really close into that wattage range. We want to give you a little bit more flexibility, but give you sort of that inspiration to, if you feel like you just don't have that much time to get out the door for a good quality workout, we really want to give you an option there because we felt like some of the other workouts in the Stryd library were a little bit longer drawn out, had a little bit longer warm up. And you can always use the workout builder to edit stuff, but we really wanted to give you an option there to be able to, kind of rely on a little bit shorter efforts as well. So we'll make a copy of this 1 minute section, and we'll change this to 100 to 105% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. We'll save that, and then we'll add the third of 3 1-minute sections, and this is going to be, if you guessed it, 105 to 110%. And then we'll add a cooldown in here to round it out to an hour. And so this should be, I believe, a 12-minute cooldown. And I think this rounds out exactly neatly to 45 minutes. So we have a 10-minute section at 70 to 80%. Then we have another 10-minute section at 80 to 85%. Then we have a third 10-minute section at 85 to 90%. So we get that slight progression almost up to, kind of that middle to lower end of your marathon power. And we have 3 quick 1-minute sections back to back to back. So these are all going to feel pretty intense, but they should really, really get your legs moving. And then you have a nice, easy 12-minute cool down. So this is Nicole's time crunch, and it is also available now in the Stryd Workout of the Week collection there on the Stryd Workout Library and your Stryd mobile app. You can access this as part of a membership feature, and we're super excited to keep building workouts like this and new ones every single week. I'm going to switch it back to the presentation here, and we will talk about the contest details and how you can win a month of Stryd membership by running Nicole's Time Crunch. So you can win 1 month free. All you have to do is run Nicole's Time Crunch, tag your posts on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook with hashtag StrydWow. You have until next Tuesday. And we also do, I want to announce as well, too, that we would love for you to tag it on social, just because it helps get the kind of word out there of the new Stryd workouts that we're constantly putting out. Great workouts like last week's Tim's Mile Down, which is a really fun progressive distance-based workout. Then we have this week Nicole's 2 different versions. We have Nicole's lunch break run, which is the 30-minute workout, and Nicole's time crunch, which is a 45-minute workout. We really like to be able to share these, and we really think that these are very, very motivating workouts, and we're really excited to have people from the Stryd team be able to suggest them as well. So what we want you to do, run Nicole's time crunch or run Nicole's lunch break run. Tag your post on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook with hashtag StrydWow. That's hashtag StrydWow. You have until next Tuesday. And if you're one of the 2 winners, you will be contacted, and you'll win a free month of Stryd membership, which we're super excited to have that ability to grant as well. We have a question here. Are you planning a feature like a daily suggested workout based on the latest 4 weeks RSS and auto-calculated CP? Yeah, great question. So we would love to keep expanding on some of the features that we already have in the Stryd ecosystem. So whether that's your running stress balance or running stress score, your Stryd auto-calculated critical power, kind of tying in the race power calculator for things. We'd love to keep expanding on things like that and all the existing features that we have. And we're really, really excited for the next couple of months for things that our team has been working really, really hard on to bring to you. But we think that there's still a lot out there in terms of expanding on different training features that we are super excited about. You can learn more about Stryd at stryd.com. If you do not have Stryd already, you can sign up for the Stryd membership if you're a current Stryd user through the Stryd Power Center or the Stryd mobile app. And it looks like there are no more questions. We will be back next week, same exact time if you'd like to watch live. If you're watching or listening after the fact, we are highly encouraging you to run this week's workout of the week. Give it a try, and we will see you next week. Have a great one.